All right, let's take a look at a situation in which we can manipulate the hub's PDOs to control how a downstream devices will sink power from us. So in this case, I've connected a USB-C battery. It tends to like to connect preferred connection policy as syncing, but what we can do with the hub is we can actually manually control what this port does. So it's currently a sync source port. I'm going to go ahead and force it into a source. And what we can see now is that we are charging that battery. You'll notice that the power roll switched to sourcing, voltage shot up, and here comes current. And so we are maximally charging um, this device now. So taking a look at the power tab, we can see we have a 100-watt power brick as an input coming in on the power C port, and then this charging port, port 5, is taking almost all of that power, full 90 watts here to charge. So what we can do though is we actually have a lot of control over what's being allowed here. And the simplest way is to control our advertisements. So all our advertisements here are PDOs of our local sourcing port. We can actually control if we even advertise them to a device. And we can see as we step through those, when we disable that fourth 120 volts, it dropped down to 15, and now we're at 2.8. Just like we saw in the previous example, we have the operating index here is 3. Again, I can continue down this path, removing PDOs, and you can see it selects the next one and then continues to select the very next one. So we've hit the bottom one, but we can actually have even more fine-grained control than this. We can actually, the user can define each of the rules down to very specific details. For instance, I can limit this port. I want my final 5-volt rule to only be 1 amp. 100 milliamps here, and we can see the port is managing that as well. Well, let's see if we can step up through a few elements here. Let's set that, and we can see that this power supply is happy to take whatever power is given to it. Okay. Now let's reset that back to its default rule, which is 3 amps. See that come in, and that power rule comes back up here, and we can step back through enabling all those power rules, and we can see that power just climb